Hello vinyl community, I'm back again to do a recent vinyl finds. So here we go. Okay, so playing in the background is Steel Mill with A Jewel of the Forest, or as the original was called, The Green-Eyed God, released on Rise Above Records 2 years ago, something like that. Heavy prog, highly recommended. So, starting this video off with a trade I did with River, Catatonia Viva Emptiness, 2003 metal, Swedish metal record. Yeah, it's good. It's not perfect, but it's good. I thought that this would sound more like Opeth, the more proggier sound, but it's not. It lacks that prog quality. But really glad I have it. So thank you so much, River. Last weekend I went to Stockholm. We went to some friends that was baptizing their kid, and I spent the Saturday with Anders, and we digged. Listened to music from his collection, had some beers, had a great time. Thank you so much, Anders. Yeah, you know, the knowledge of this guy is just, and the collection is mind-blowing as well. And every time I'm in Stockholm, I try to concentrate on the jazz stuff because it's a fantastic city to explore jazz and you know, to learn about jazz in the presence of Anders. It's just like you have to do that. So we talked for hours and hours about music and records, had a blast. It's always fun to meet that guy. Thank you so much, Anders, again. And he gave me a gift. I didn't have this in my collection. Porky and Bess with Miles Davis, orchestrated by Jill Evans, with Cannonball Adderley, Philly Joe Jones, Paul Chambers, and a lot of great musicians. I like this. I have some problems with the Jill Evans orchestrated stuff, the early Miles Davis stuff, when there's like too much of the big band thing, but the musicians on here is just great. So awesome to add to the Miles Davis collection. Thank you again, Anders. Another recommendation from the man himself. First time I went to Anders' place, he gave me a gift. It was this one, the inflated tear with Roland Kirk. And we were in a store and Anders recommended this, the Roland Kirk Quartet featuring Elvin Jones. Really good. I never remember the title. Rip, Rig and Panic. Awesome record. I needle dropped it in the store and I played it twice now at home. It's really good. Thank you so much. I love this, a repress, but I love how they like mixed the record with Roland Kirk's saxophone right in your face, right in front of the speakers, and Elvin Jones's drums also there in front, like the main men. Fantastic record. Thank you so much, Anders, for the recommendation. In another store I grabbed this. I've wanted Tim Buckley records for a while in my collection, but this is the first LP that I have with him. Goodbye and Hello from 1968. This is a UK press from 71. Gatefold. Looks like that. And I like Tim Buckley. I love his singing, strong songs. The only thing I have some problem with is that 60s sound. It's the same thing with the Doors, in my opinion. They sound dated, but then again, it's some sort. I like that sort of dating because it's like a mark in history, really, and I really enjoy that. So I'm gonna try to get more Tim Buckley records, especially the really early ones from the late 60s. And in my opinion, it's a strong record. I've had the CD for 6 or 7 years. It's a twofer, this one. So I knew the record pretty well. Highly recommended if you don't know it. Another recommendation from Anders that I didn't even need to listen to. I just grabbed it. Forest Flower with Charles Lloyd live at Monterey. 1967, I think. Original US press on Atlantic, green and blue label. And what I think was extra interesting with this is Keith Jarrett and Jack DeJohnette playing on this one, 1967 now. They were in their early teens when they were playing on this, and they play so damn good. And you know, Charles Lloyd's saxophone playing is also really good, and flute. So I played this twice, I think now. and I enjoyed the hell out of this. So thank you, Anders, for the recommendation. Okay, so this is one record I've been looking for a while. I knew about it because of a friend of mine a couple of years ago. Let me know about this one, but I didn't want to listen to it before I had it on vinyl. And some of you know that I try to collect John McLaughlin stuff when I see it for a good price. This was one that I've been looking for. This is Escalator Over the Hill, and Prog and Jazzman Dave has recommended this also via comment a couple of months ago, maybe, something like that. We talked a little bit about it. So finally I have it. This is the second press from mid-70s, I think, but the record is from 1971. Carla Bley and Paul Hines. Now, this is a free jazz opera. It's labeled like that. Almost like the free jazz version of Quadrophenia or something like that. But it's like a super duper group of musicians playing on this one. Like Paul Motion, Don Cherry, John McLaughlin, Carla Bley, Jack Bruce, Michael Mantler, Gato Barbieri, you know, a lot of that's just a handful. A lot of great musicians. Now, there's stuff on this that I don't like, and that's the spoken words stuff, the operatic thing where, like, Jack Bruce is talking on an entire track or something like that. You know, it's 3 LP set, so it's heavy. It's 2 hours long. So of course everything can't be a masterpiece on a 2 hours long record. Not on this one, at least. But it's super interesting. And John McLaughlin, you know, I want to talk about him on this one. Pretty early, it took 3 years to record. It was released in 1971, I think, so it's pretty early in his career. And I've never heard John playing like he does on this, on any other recording. Because we know John McLaughlin from that Mahavishnu Orchestra sound that he has, the fast electric guitar and typical McLaughlin playing. But there's parts of his playing on this one where he almost plays like a rock and roll rhythm guitar, not at all as we're used to hear him. And sometimes on the record he goes back to that, you know, typical John McLaughlin great sound. And the rhythm rock and roll parts, if I'm correct about that, those parts are super good and really interesting. So, you know, if you're a fan of John McLaughlin and want to hear something else with the guy, it's recommended because of that. But the entire record is great. So I'm super glad I can add that to my collection. One thing, it didn't come with the book. I saw that it was originally with a booklet on that press, so with lyrics and stuff like that, and that wasn't included in it, so I need to find another copy of it. But someday. Okay, so the next record I'm going to talk about for a while. So if you don't like Swedish psychedelic music and prog, you know, you can turn this off now. Thank you so much for watching. But I saw this record on Bostonian Reggie. He was showing this a couple of weeks ago, and I knew about it, but I haven't picked it up yet. So when I saw it, I grabbed it right away. This is Baby Grandmothers, released on Subliminal Sounds in 2007, limited to 500 copies. So it's amazing that it's still out there. But Baby Grandmothers were a band, an underground band in the late 60s, 1968. That came from Stockholm, played at local clubs like Gyllene Cirkeln and Philips and stuff like that. They were almost like a house band. Now, a lot of the other psychedelic bands had, you know, songs, but Baby Grandmothers didn't have typical songs. They had jams, like really long psychedelic proggy jams, and they get famous for that. When Jimi Hendrix came here to Scandinavia, they were the opener for Jimi Hendrix, along with Mickey Markman, that played more Cream and Hendrix-like music, but Baby Grandmothers were more like proggy. This is an amazing record on so many levels. The historical sense, like, this is almost, in my opinion, the beginning of what I call that Nordic progressive sound, the instrumental sound that blends jazz, rock and folk music. It's perfect for that, especially on the studio song Being Is More Than Life. and maybe also a little bit on Somebody Keeps Calling My Name, the single, the only studio recording they recorded in Finland, 1968. The rest of the 2 LP set on here is just like live songs and recordings. But the recording quality is superior. It's so damn good. Amazingly good recording quality and strong jams. Really good, strong, long jams. Yeah, and the group, the guitarist from Kebnekaise, Kenny Håkansson, this is the first group he was in that recorded something. They actually recorded and released something. Baby Grandmothers broke up in 1968. At the same time, Mäki Markman broke up, and they reformed Mäki Markman with Kenny Håkansson on guitar. Released one record at Limelight Records in '69, I think, something like that. And after that, when they broke up, Kenny formed Kebnekaise, and the rest is history. If I should recommend one Swedish progressive psychedelic record of all, it's this one. Just because of the collector's value, you know, vinyl collector, 500 copies, that's one reason. The other reason is the historical value of this. It's early, but it's that typical instrumental psychedelic prog, Nordic prog sound that we like and we are used to. And yeah, it's just such a damn good record. Almost as good as those perfect records like Kebnekaise 2 or Fläsket brinner or Älgarnas trädgård or something other like that. But this is probably gonna sell out, and the other ones you can get anytime. Not Älgarnas trädgård and stuff there, but Bo Hansson's first record or Kebnekaise 2, they are cheap. You can get them anytime you like. But this is more interesting in one sense, even if the other ones are better. I don't know what to say more. Highly recommended. If you want to check one track out, Being Is More Than Life is the one you should check out. Masterpiece of a fucking song. And the last record I'm going to show you today is Kebnekaise's first record that I got in a store in Stockholm. Resa mot okänt mål from 1971. This is all, so this is the first one that Kenny Håkansson was on when they formed Kebnekaise. And this is not a good record at all. It's a rock and roll record. It's not remotely as progressive as the Kebnekaise 2 record or Baby Grandmothers. More like Mäki Markman in this case. So it's just not a good record, but it's interesting if you like Swedish prog because you can hear what's coming with Kebnekaise 2. There's some folk elements in some parts of some songs, and therefore it's super interesting. And also it's on the Silence label that we love. And this is the 5th release that Silence released, so it's very early in the Silence catalog, so therefore it's also very interesting. But the music on this, not so good. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it and that I didn't talk too much, and have a great day. Bye.